There's a field out back where the scarecrows lean, like they're begging God for a life unseen. But the sky stays shut, never makes a sound, just watches us rot into the ground. I was raised on dirt and a whispered curse. Every blessing given always turned out worse. Mama said, boy, don't dig too deep, but the soil don't lie and it don't forget me. And I felt it move when I broke that skin, like something below was pulling me in. The soil knows my name, it calls me down through the roots and bones underneath this town. Every sin I bear, it starts to rise again. In the dark where it all begins, hear it breathe through the cracks I made, like it's feeding on every debt unpaid. I don't run, I don't explain, I just sink when it calls my name. There's a shed full of tools that ain't been cleaned since the night I crossed that line unseen. Got a shovel worn from the weight of lies and a stain that don't fade no matter how I try. I remember the night, but not the face, just the silence thick in that empty place, and the sound of earth as it swallowed whole what I swore would never take my soul. And the wind went dead when I walked away, like it knew I'd be back someday. The soil knows my name, it calls me down through the roots and bones underneath this town. Every sin I bear, it starts to rise again. In the dark where it all begins, hear it breathe through the cracks I made, like it's feeding on every debt unpaid. I don't run, I don't explain, I just sink when it calls my name. There's a boy in my dreams with a hollow stare, standing barefoot in the midnight air. He don't speak, but he don't need to. I can see the truth in what I knew. He points to the ground where the grass won't grow, where the dirt stays black and the cold winds blow. And I wake up choking on the same old dread, with his shadow still beside my bed. And the walls lean in when the night gets deep, like the garden secrets I tried to keep. Every creak, every breath, every hidden sound feels like something digging from underground. I went back there drunk with a shaking hand to the cursed patch of forgotten land. Started digging like a desperate man, but the hole dug back. I don't understand. The deeper I went, the colder it grew, till the dirt felt alive like it always knew. And I heard a voice from beneath the clay. You were never the one who walked away. Now the ground feels soft every step I take, like it's waiting for me to finally break. I see faces form in the shifting earth, all the things I buried since my birth. And I feel my legs start sinking slow, like the end's been waiting below. If there's mercy left, it ain't for me, just a grave that's already set me free. The soil knows my name, I can't escape. It's been calling me down since my first mistake. Every breath I take just feeds that ground. Every heartbeat drags me further down. Hear it whisper low through the roots and rot. All you ever were is what you forgot. I don't fight, I don't complain, I just fade when it calls my name. The soil knows it always did. Every lie, everything I hid, now it's pulling me in, inch by inch, with a grip so cold it makes me flinch. If there's heaven, it's far from here, buried deep under guilt and fear. I don't live, I remain, just a ghost in the dirt with a name. So don't dig deep where the ground turns black. Don't look close, don't you look back, 'cause the earth don't forget what you try to hide. It just waits till you're ready to lie. And when you fall, it won't feel the same. You won't be screaming, you'll be answering. When the soil calls your name. There's a hollow in the valley where the dead winds moan, where the trees grow crooked like they've seen what I've done. I was raised on the taste of a sinner's regret, with a Bible in one hand and a blade in the next. Daddy drank till his shadow turned mean and cold. The world's just a grave, boy, you dig or get sold. So I learned how to bury what I couldn't outrun. Now the dirt knows my name better than anyone. And the night don't sleep when it's inside your skin. It just claws its way out from within. Ashes don't pray, neither do I. Heaven went silent the night Mama died. I scream at the sky, but it don't reply. Just echoes of hell and a vulture's cry. I walk through the flames where the lost ones stay, where mercy's a lie and the debts all stay. If there's grace, it's too far away, 'cause ashes don't pray. There's a church on a hill with a cracked front door, and a preacher who don't believe anymore. He got blood on his hands and a cross on his chest. His forgiveness is just something sold to the rest. I lit a match where the candle should burn, watched the pages of salvation curl and turn. He just stood there smiling like he understood that the fire in my veins ain't ever been good. And the bells don't ring when the truth walks in, they just rust in the weight of sin. Ashes don't pray, and neither do I. Heaven went silent the night Mama died. I scream at the sky, but it don't reply. Just echoes of hell and a vulture's cry. I walk through the flames where the lost ones stay, where mercy's a lie and the debts all stay. If there's grace, it's too far away, 'cause by a roadside grave. She was digging a hole like she dug my fate. Said, every man's got a debt to pay. Then she looked at me and whispered my name. Her eyes were empty like a burnt out star, like she'd seen every wound and every scar. She said, you've been running since you were born, but the end's already been carved in stone. And I followed her down where the roots run deep through the bones of secrets we tried to keep. She said, a soul like yours don't ever get free. It just trades one hell for eternity. I tried to wash these hands in the pouring rain, but the blood just danced in the crimson stain. Every prayer I spoke turned to dust in my mouth. Every road I took just circled me out. Now the sky hangs low like a loaded gun, and I taste my end on my tongue. There's a noose in the wind and it calls my name, like a lullaby soaked in shame. I carve my sins in the walls of time, but they carve me back in a darker line. And the man I was ain't the man I see, just a ghost with a pulse where a heart should be. Ashes don't pray, and neither do I. Heaven went silent the night mama died. I scream at the sky, but it don't reply, just echoes of hell and a vulture's cry. I walk through the flames where the lost ones stay, where mercy's a lie and the dead's all stay. If there's grace, it's too far away, 'cause ashes don't pray. Ashes don't pray. Ashes don't pray, they just drift and fade, like the lives we lost and the debts we made. Every breath I take feels borrowed and thin, like the reaper's already wearing my skin. If there's peace, they forgot my name, left me drowning in smoke and blame. I ain't clean, I ain't saved, just a soul that the darkness claims. So lay me down where the black earth cracks, with the sins I carried strapped to my back. No stone, no cross, no sacred ground, just the sound of silence dragging me down. And if there's a God, he turned away long before I lost my way. Now the fire's gone cold, but the debt remains. And ashes, ashes don't pray. There's a well out back where the rope's long gone, just a circle of stone that the dark leans on. No one draws from it, no one dares, but you hear it breathe when the night air stares. I was told as a child, don't look inside, don't lean too close, don't test your pride. But the deeper the warning, the more it pulls, like a truth buried down where the silence rules. And I felt it shift when I crossed that line, like the dark below had a voice like mine. The well still echoes when I call my name, through the hollow dark and the buried shame. Every word comes back just a little wrong, like it's been down there for far too long. Hear it whisper low from the endless deep, where the things we hide never really sleep. I don't turn, I don't yell, I just listen to the voice in the well. There's a bucket chain rusted to the side, with a stain that never quite dried. I don't recall what it held before, just the sound it made weight when it hit that floor. There were marks in the stone, like someone climbed or tried to escape what they left behind. And I swear I saw fingers etched in place, like they slipped back down without a trace. And the air went still when I leaned in close, like it knew exactly what I'd exposed. The well still echoes when I call my name through the hollow dark and the buried shame. Every word comes back just a little wrong, like it's been down there for far too long. Hear it whisper low from the endless deep, where the things we hide never really sleep. I don't turn, I don't yell, I just listen to the voice in the well. There's a story told about a man who fell. Said he screamed for hours from that same old well, but no one came and the sound just died. Or maybe it changed or multiplied. I dropped a stone just to hear it land, but it never hit, it never slammed. Just a breath came back slow and pale, saying words I knew a little too well. And the voice grew clear as it called me near, not from below, but right here. I tried to step back, but my feet stood still, like I'd already given in to the will. Every heartbeat matched that hollow sound, like my pulse belonged to the ground. Then I heard it speak without delay. You didn't come here, you were led this way. Now I walk that field where the well still waits, with a silent pull I can't escape. I see others come with that same lost stare, drawn in by something they're not aware. And I try to warn, but no words come out, just a broken breath wrapped in doubt. Guess I'm part of what calls them near, just another echo they'll soon hear. The well still echoes, but now it's me, in the voice they hear when they lean to see. Every word I speak pulls them down to the hollow dark beneath the ground. Hear me whisper low, just take a look, like the lie I once mistook. I don't leave, I don't dwell, I just become the voice in the well. The well don't end, it just repeats. Every soul it drags beneath its deep. Every scream just turns to guide for the next one standing at the side. If there's mercy, it don't reach down to the depths beneath this cursed ground. I don't live, I don't tell, I just echo on inside the well. So if you find that circle of stone one day, and you hear your name in a distant way, don't lean close, don't try to tell if it's real or just a spell. 'Cause once it speaks, you'll break that shell, and you won't leave, you'll just become another voice inside the well. There's a silo standing where the farmman died, with a rusted door and a hollow inside. Used to hold the harvest, golden and clean. Now it holds something no one's seen. I was working late when the sun went down, heard a scraping sound from the edge of town, like nails on tin or a voice too thin, calling something buried deep within. And the dust rose slow like it had a pulse, like it knew my name, like it knew my faults. There's a shadow in the grain, it's calling me through the rot and the rust and the memory. Every step I take, it grows more clear, like it's been waiting all these years. Hear it breathing low in the hollow steel, like it knows exactly what I conceal. I don't turn, I don't explain, I just walk toward the shadow in the grain. There's a ladder bent up the inner wall, where the echoes stretch and the whispers crawl. I climb halfway, then I froze in place. Saw a shape shift slow in the empty space. It moved like smoke, but it held its ground, like a living thing without a sound. And I swear it wore something close to my face, just twisted wrong, out of place. And the air went thick, like it sealed me in, like the silo fed on the things within. There's a shadow in the green, it's calling me through the rot and the rust and the memory. Every step I take, it grows more clear, like it's been waiting all these years. Hear it breathing low in the hollow steel, like it knows exactly what I conceal. I don't turn, I don't explain, I just walk toward the shadow in the grain. There's a carving deep in the metal skin, just a name and a date worn thin. I brushed it clean with a shaking hand, and it matched the mark from another land, from a place I swore I'd never speak, from a night so dark it made me weak. And the deeper I stared, the more I knew that the shadow there had always been me too. And the walls closed in with a heavy sound, like the past itself was circling round. Every breath I took turned dry and slow, like I'd crossed somewhere I shouldn't go. I tried to climb, but the rungs gave way, sent me sliding down into black decay. Hit the floor where the dust ran deep, but the ground beneath me didn't keep. It shifted, moved, began to breathe, like a living thing beneath the debris. And the voice came through low and plain, you don't leave what you've sustained. Now I wander fields that no one tends, with a hollow stare that never bends. I see that silo in every dream, with that same low hum, that same dark gleam. And I feel it grow in the back of my mind, like a second self I can't unwind. If I had a soul, it split in two. One stayed there and the other grew. There's a shadow in the grain, and it wears my face in a twisted form I can't erase. Every step I take just feeds it more, like it's pulling me back to that rusted door. Hear it whisper low through the empty land, you were never more than what I planned. I don't fight, I don't complain, I just feed the shadow in the grain. There's a shadow in the grain, it don't let go, it just grows beneath everything you know. Every lie you tell, every truth you hide, turns into the thing you keep inside. If there's mercy, it don't grow here, just a harvest made out of fear. I don't live, I remain, split in half by the shadow in the grain. So if you pass that silo out in the dust, where the fields gave up and the crops all rust, don't step near, don't call its name, 'cause it ain't just dark, it's something you became. And once it sees what you've tried to contain, you won't walk out from the shadow in the grain. So if you pass that silo out in the dust, where the fields gave up and the crops all rust, don't step near, don't call its name, 'cause it ain't just dark, it's something you became. And once it sees what you've tried to contain, you won't walk out from the shadow in the grain. There's a low drum beating in my chest tonight, like a worn out engine barely holding tight. Got a cigarette burn where my past should be, and a trail of ghosts walking next to me. I ain't running fast, just a steady fall. Every mile I take feels like last call. There's a cross in flames in my rearview line, but I never stop, I just take my time. And the night leans in like it knows my pace, like it's got my name in a resting place. I'm on a slow ride to the end of mercy, where the road runs dry and the truth runs dirty. Every heartbeat drags like a chain on stone, and the silence hits like I'm not alone. Hear the tires hum like a funeral song for the man I was that's been dead too long. I don't pray, I don't pretend, I just roll till the bitter end. There's a bar still open past 2 a.m. with a broken sign that just says amen. I walked inside but I ain't feel seen, just a hollow man in a dying scene. Bartender said you look half gone. I said hell, I've been since way back when. He just poured me black and slid it slow, like he knew I had nowhere else to go. And the jukebox played something low and thin, like it scratched at the bones beneath my skin. I'm on a slow ride to the end of mercy, where the road runs dry and the truth runs dirty. Every heartbeat drags like a chain on stone, and the silence hits like I'm not alone. Hear the tires hum like a funeral song for the man I was that's been dead too long. I don't pray, I don't pretend, I just roll till the bitter end. There's a woman's voice in the backseat still, says my name like a wound I can't unfeel. I don't turn around, I don't check the glass, but I feel her breath every mile I pass. She says, you remember that rainy night? I grip the wheel but I don't reply, 'cause I see it clear in the passing lights. That moment frozen, that final sight, and the road goes straight, but my mind bends back to a single choice I can't unpack. Every mile I drive just circles in, like I never left where it all began. 82 beats and everyone drags like a nail in time I can't pull back. Engine hum like a dying breath, counting down to a quiet death. Now the gas runs low and the sky turns gray, like the world itself's gonna fade away. There's a sign ahead but I can't read, just a blur of doubt and a final need. If there's something waiting at the end of this, it ain't forgiveness, it ain't bliss, just a place where the road gives out and the silence swallows every doubt. I'm on a just roll till the bitter end. Slow ride, no escape. Every mile seals my fate. No light, no release. Just a road that never leads to peace. If you see headlights drifting slow at night, but they don't get closer, and they don't feel right. And don't follow, don't pretend, 'cause some roads don't ever end.
Parou na velha estação, mala na mão, poeira no chão. O mesmo banco, o mesmo farol, mas nada brilha como antes, nem o sol. There's a low drum beating in my chest tonight, like a worn out engine barely holding tight. Got a cigarette burn where my past should be, and a trail of ghosts walking next to me. I ain't running fast, just a steady fall. Every mile I take feels like last call. There's a cross in flames in my rearview line, but I never stop, I just take my time. And the night leans in like it knows my pace, like it's got my name in a resting place. I'm on a slow ride to the end of mercy, where the road runs dry and the truth runs dirty. Every heartbeat drags like a chain on stone, and the silence hits like I'm not alone here. The tires hum like a funeral song for the man I was that's been dead.
There's a house on a hill where the paint's peeled black, and the porch leans low like it won't fight back. Windows stare like they're wide awake, watching every wrong move you make. I was warned as a child, don't go inside, but the door stood open like it wanted me to try. And the air went cold when I crossed that line, like I stepped out of time or out of mind. And the floorboards creaked like a living thing, like the walls themselves could hear me breathe. This house, it breathes when the night comes in, through the cracks in the wood and the weight of sin. Every step I take, it remembers me, like I ain't the man that I used to be. Hear it whisper low through the broken seams, feeding off of my shattered dreams. I don't leave, I don't roam, I just fade in a house that won't let me go. There's a mirror inside with
me the shattered face, but it shows me whole in a darker place. I see things move when I turn away, like they're waiting for me to stay. There's a clock that ticks, but it don't keep time, just counts every breath like it's a crime. And the deeper I walk, the more I see that the house ain't trapped here, it's trapping me. And the doors all shut when I try to run, like the night itself has just begun. This house, it breathes when the night comes in, through the cracks in the wood and the weight of sin. Every step I take, it remembers me, like I ain't the man that I used to be. Hear it whisper low through the broken seams, feeding off of my shattered dreams. I don't leave, I don't roam, I just fade in a house that won't let me go. There's a voice upstairs calling out my name, but it sounds like me, just not the same. It says, come on up, don't be afraid, like it knows every choice I've made. And I climb those stairs with a heavy chest, like I'm walking straight to my final rest. When I reach the top, there's no one there, just a hanging rope and a broken chair. And the walls start to bend, the ceiling drops, like the house itself don't ever stop. Every breath gets tight, every step feels wrong, like I've been inside here far too long. I tried to break through a window pane, but it showed me back in a pouring rain. Standing outside, looking in, like I never left, like I never been. And I heard myself from the other side say, you walked in here, but you chose to stay. Now the dust don't settle, it clings to me like a second skin. I can't break free, I see faces form in the peeling walls every time the silence calls. And I feel my pulse in the wooden frame, like the house and I are the same. If I had a life, it's long since gone. Now I just exist where I don't belong. This house, it breathes and I breathe it in. Every nail, every board, every hidden sin. I don't know where I end or it begins, just a hollow shell wearing borrowed skin. Hear it laugh in the pipes at night, like it feeds on fear and dying light. I don't run, I don't know if I ever walked out that door. This house don't break, it just rearranges. Twist your mind till your soul estranges. Every memory starts to bend, till you don't know where you've been. If there's God, He won't come here. There's no faith left, just fear. I don't live, I don't grow, I just rot where the dark winds blow. So if you find that house on a nameless road, and the door swings wide, like it's been told, don't step close, don't breathe too slow, 'cause once it hears you, it won't let go. And you won't scream, you won't fight, you'll just become part of the night. Inside the walls, where something grows. Inside the house that breathes and knows.
river winding through the bones of this land, where the water don't ripple, it just swallows a man. Moonlight breaks like glass on its skin, and you don't come back if you step in. I was 12 when I first heard it call from the edge of the trees where the shadows crawl. Mama cried, said don't go near, but the dark sounded sweeter than fear. And the deeper you look, the less you see, till the river starts looking back at me. Down where the black river ends I go again, where the dead don't sleep, they just pretend. Every sin I bury comes back to breathe in the cold, dark current underneath. Hear it whisper low, you belong to me, like a curse carved in eternity. I don't run, I don't defend, I just sink where the black river ends. There's a shack out back where the lantern swings, and the walls still echo forgotten things. I found names carved deep in the wood, every single one understood. There was one that matched mine to the bone, like it'd been waiting before I was grown. And the date was scratched out in a shaking hand, like time itself didn't go as planned. And the wind stood still when I spoke that name, like the world itself felt the blame. Down where the black river ends I go again, where the dead don't sleep, they just pretend. Every sin I buried comes back to breathe in the cold, dark current underneath. Hear it whisper low, you belong to me, like a curse carved in eternity. I don't run, I don't defend, I just sink where the black river ends. Met a ferryman dressed in a tattered coat, with a hollow smile and a sinking boat. Said, I've been waiting on you, my friend. Every road you took led you here in the end. I said, I ain't ready to cross that line. He just laughed like he's heard it 1,000 times. Son, you crossed it long ago, you've just been too blind to know. And the water rose up to my knees, cold as truth bringing me to my plea. Every heartbeat slow to a crawl, like the river was counting them all. I saw faces drift beneath the tide, all the ghosts I buried deep inside. Every lie, every broken vow, they were staring straight through me now. I tried to scream, but it pulled me in, filled my lungs with the weight of sin. And the last thing I heard was my own voice say, you were never getting away. Now I walk that shore where the lost ones stay, with a hollow chest and a soul decayed. I seen new men come just like me, drawn in by what they shouldn't see. I try to warn, but they don't hear. The river sings too sweet, too clear, and I watch them fade beneath that bend, right where the black river ends. Down where the black river ends, I remain not alive, not dead, just a chain. Every breath I take ain't mine to keep, just a debt that the dark will reap. Hear it call through the endless night, like a judge with no wrong or right. I don't fight, I don't pretend, I belong where the black river ends. Down where the water runs thick with sin, where it don't wash out, it pulls you in. Every soul that it ever claimed still whispers low in a broken name. If there's heaven, it turned its head, left us drowning with the dead. No return, no amend, just the truth where the black river ends. So if you hear that river call your name, don't look twice, don't play that game. 'Cause once you see what lies beneath, you'll trade your soul for the sight you see. And you walk that line you can't defend, forever lost where the black river ends. Where the black river ends.
There's a pit out back where the earth caves in, where they used to throw what they called their sins. No mark of stone, no holy ground, just a hollow place that swallows sound. I was 16 when they dragged me there, with a rope, a lie, and a vacant stare. Said, this is where your kind gets laid. Then they shoved me down in the shallow grave, and the dirt fell fast, but I didn't die. I just lay there listening to the sky. No grave will hold me, I still breathe below, through the roots of guilt and the lies you sow. Every nail you drove couldn't keep me still. Now I'm rising slow with a different will. Hear me scratching through the broken clay, like a voice you buried won't stay away. I ain't gone, I ain't saved, and no grave will hold me in place. They went back home like it all was done, like they'd buried more than a man undone. But the night grew thick and the dogs wouldn't rest, and the wind spoke low through every chest. There were footsteps heard where no one walked, and a voice in the walls that never talked. Every mirror cracked when I passed it near. Even shadows learned how to fear, and the ground stayed warm where they left me dead, like it kept my pulse instead. No grave will hold me, I still breathe below, through the roots of guilt and the lies you sow. Every nail you drove couldn't keep me still. Now I'm rising slow with a different will. Hear me scratching through the broken clay, like a voice you buried won't stay away. I ain't gone, I ain't saved, and no grave will hold me in place. There's a man I see in the edge of sight, walking fields alone in the dead of night. He don't speak, but he wears my face with a twisted grin I can't erase. And he stands where they tried to end my breath, like he feeds on the echo of my death. He said, you ain't you anymore, you're the thing they buried in that dirt before. And I felt my bones start to shift and crack, like the past was clawing its way back. Every heartbeat hit like a hammer blow from a place beneath I don't control. I clawed my way through the so black ground with the scream so deep it made no sound. Every inch was pain I couldn't name, but I rose back up, not the same. And the sky looked down like it turned away, like it knew I shouldn't walk this way. Now I walk through town, but I ain't seen, just a passing chill in a waking dream. I hear them speak of a curse out there in the hollow fields where they left me bare. And I smile slow when they lock their doors, when they feel that scratch beneath their floors. If they thought that death would make me fade, they shadow walking endlessly. I don't live, I don't fade. I'm the ghost that the dirt betrayed. So if you stand where the earth sinks low and you feel something move below, don't stay long, don't make a sound, 'cause something's lost. Don't stay in the ground. And when they rise, they don't come to save, they come back wrong from a shallow grave.
It's still raining. I can hear it on the roof, same as that night. Funny thing is, I don't remember driving home. I just remember the sound it made. And after that, everything just kept going, like nothing ever stopped. There's a road so black under dying light, with the same old rain from that endless night. Wipers drag slow like they're half alive, but they never clear what's inside my mind. Got both hands tied on a shaking wheel, but I don't know if I'm driving still. Every mile feels like a frozen frame from a moment I can't rearrange. And the headlights spin like they're pointing back to the exact same place I left off track. I never left that night, I just keep moving through the same mistake that keeps on proving. Every breath I take don't feel like mine, just a loop of guilt stuck in time. Hear the rain tap slow like it knows the truth, like it's spelling out what I tried to lose. I don't wake, I don't fight, I just live inside that night. There's a dent in the hood I don't recall, and a crack in the glass shaped like a fall. I see flashing lights in the distance fade, but they never reach where my soul decayed. There's a voice in the dark from the passenger side, but I never look, I just let it ride. She says you could have stopped, you had the chance. I just grip tighter, don't take the glance. And her breath feels cold, though the heat's turned high, like she never really left that night. I never left that night, I just keep moving through the same mistake that keeps on proving. Every breath I take don't feel like mine, just a loop of guilt stuck in time. Hear the rain tap slow like it knows the truth, like it's spelling out what I tried to lose. I don't wake, I don't fight, I just live inside that night. There's a stretch ahead where the road dips low, where the headlights flicker and the shadows grow. And I swear I see it happen again, that shape, that moment right back then. I slam the brakes, but they don't respond, like the choice I had is already gone. And the sound hits hard like it always does, like it never stopped, like it always was. And the world goes still, but I'm still here, with the same dull hum in my ear. Every second loops back around to the same exact broken sound. That's not the engine, that's not the road, that's the moment replaying slow. And I hear her voice beneath the rain. You never left, you stayed the same. Now the road don't end and the sky won't break, and I don't know if I'm still awake. Every turn just leads me back again to the place I should have never been. And I see myself in the rearview
stare with the hollow look, like I'm not all there. There's a way out, I missed it then. Now I just drive and relive it again. I never left that night, I'm still inside it. Every mile I take just helps me hide it, but it don't fade, it just grows clear, like the truth is always sitting here. Hear the rain tap slow, like a counting clock. Every drop hits like a hammer knock. I don't change, I don't rewrite, I just die again that night. I never left, I just pretend that this road might someday end. But the lines don't break and the dark don't bend, and the past don't loosen, it just descends. If there's mercy, it passed me by, somewhere between the truth and lie. I don't live, I don't survive, I just crash over and over alive. It's still raining, I can still hear it, and that sound, it never stopped. It never stopped. Madrugada fria entra pela janela. A madrugada fria entra pela janela. O silêncio pesa mais que qualquer palavra dela. O copo suado em cima da mesa vazia. It's still raining, I can hear it on the roof, same as that night. Funny thing is, I don't remember driving.
There's a rail line rusting through a dying town, where the trains stopped coming but the tracks stayed down. Every board creaks low like it's warning me, but I keep walking where I shouldn't be. I found an old coat by the broken gate, with a pocket watch stuck at a certain date, and a name stitched in that I couldn't place, but it felt like mine when I saw the face. And the wind cut sharp like it knew my past, like every step might be my last. These tracks don't lead back where they began, they just pull you deeper from what you understand. Every mile steals a piece of your name, till you ain't sure who's left to blame. Hear the steel hum low like a funeral hymn for the man I was and the life I've been. I don't stop, I don't ask, I just follow down a one-way path. There's a station house with the lights burned out, and a ticket booth with no way out. I saw a figure there dressed in gray, selling rides
lines that don't come back this way. I said, where does this line run to? He said, son, it runs straight through you. Then he handed me a torn out pass with a destination marked your past. And the clock struck none, but I heard it chime like it counted down what wasn't mine. These tracks don't lead back where they began, they just pull you deeper from what you understand. Every mile steals a piece of your name, till you ain't sure who's left to blame. Hear the steel hum low like a funeral hymn for the man I was and the life I've been. I don't stop, I don't ask, I just follow down a one-way path. There's a train that comes when the sky goes dead. No light in the front, just a glow of dread. Doors slide open with a hollow sound, like a coffin dragged across the ground. I stepped inside, though I don't know why. Felt like I already said goodbye. And the seats were filled with hollow eyes, all staring forward, none alive. And the train rolled on with no clear track through a world that bent and never snapped. Every window showed a different scene of things I did or might have been. I saw my hands in a stranger's crime, felt the weight of things I called not mine. Every version of me I tried to deny sat right there, staring back in my eyes. And the voice on the rail said soft and thin, no one rides here without giving in. Now the train don't stop and I don't age, just a moving ghost in a rusted cage. I hear new footsteps down the aisle, another lost soul in denial. They ask me, where does this go? I just smile like I already know, and I point outside where nothing bends, just endless track that never ends. These tracks don't lead back, they just erase every trace of who you used to face. Every truth gets worn down thin, till there's nothing left beneath your skin. Hear the wheels grind slow through your bones, like a song made out of broken homes. You don't leave, you just adapt to a life that's already snapped. These tracks don't end, they just repeat through the hollow echo of defeat. Every mile's just another lie you tell yourself before you die. If this guy, he don't ride this line, left us lost in a loop of time. We don't live, we don't end, we just ride till the bitter end. So if you hear that whistle in the dead of night, but no trains there, no headlight, don't go looking, don't step near, 'cause it ain't a train, it's something you hear. And once you board, you won't come back, just another soul on a never-ending track.
There's a road that bends where the black crows cry, past a rusted sign where the lost souls lie. Wind cuts deep through the broken pines, like a whispered curse from another time. I was born where the river don't run clean, raised on dust and a dying dream. Mama said, boy, don't chase that flame, but I lit it up just the same. Now the sky bleeds red at the edge of night, and the past comes crawling back to life. Under a graveyard sun, I keep riding on, through the smoke and the sin till the daylight's gone. Every shadow knows what I've become, just a ghost out running from a loaded gun. Hear the devil hum and the engines cry, while the angels hang from a barbed wire sky. I ain't saved, I ain't undone, still chasing that graveyard sun. Met a man with a face like a shattered stone, said he'd sell me peace if I sold my soul. He had golden teeth and a crooked grin, smelled like hell and cheap bourbon gin. I said, son, I've been down that road. He just laughed like he always knows. Then he tipped his hat and he disappeared, left me drowning in doubt and fear. And the wind whispered low through the desert sand, you can't outrun what's in your hands. Under a graveyard sun, I keep riding on, through the smoke and the sin till the daylight's gone. Every shadow knows what I've become, just a ghost out running from a loaded gun. Hear the devil hum and the engines cry, while the angels hang from a barbed wire sky. I ain't saved, I ain't undone, still chasing that graveyard sun. Oh. There was a girl with eyes like a midnight storm. She could break a man, she could keep him warm. Said she loved me once in a motel room, with the neon cross and the cheap perfume. But love don't last where the wild hearts roam. It burns too fast, then it turns to stone. Now her memory cuts like a switchblade line through the veins of this life of mine. And I hear a voice when the silence screams, calling out from my shattered dreams. Says you can run, but you can't go free. There's a chain in your blood and it holds the key. Oh, the preacher man said I could be reborn, but he never stood where my soul was torn. Never felt that fire in his bones at night, never danced with death in the pale moonlight. Now the miles stack up like a sinner's debt. Every road I take leads to more regret. There's a cross in flames in my rearview glass, and a past I know I can't outlast. Still I drive through the endless dark with a fading prayer and a broken heart. If there's mercy waiting down the line, it's a long, long way from mine. Under a graveyard sun, I keep riding on, through the smoke and the sin till the daylight's gone. Every shadow knows what I've become, just a ghost out running from a loaded gun. Hear the devil hum and the engines cry, while the angels hang from a barbed wire sky. I ain't saved, I ain't undone, still chasing that graveyard sun. Under a bloodshot sky, where the lost ones run, I keep digging graves for the things I've done. Every mile's another nail I drive, just to prove somehow I'm still alive. If redemption waits, it's a silent one, buried deep where the cold winds come. I ain't healed, I ain't numb, still chasing that graveyard sun. So when I'm gone, bridges burn. Lay me down where the blackbirds sing, on the edge of nowhere, where I've always been. Let the dirt fall soft, let the story end. No need for prayers, I won't pretend. Just a name carved out in a world undone. Here lies a man who outran no one, still chasing that graveyard sun. Still chasing that graveyard sun. There's a creek out back where the water went dry, just a bed of bones and a cracked up sky. Used to run clear when I was a kid, before that night, before what I did. Now the stones sit still like they're holding breath, and the mud's turned black with a taste of death. You can hear it hum if you stand real still, like it's waiting there, like it always will. And the air goes thin when you step too close, like it knows your name better than you know. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Hear it call me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop. There's a rope still tied to a leaning tree, where the bark's been scarred like it's seen me bleed. I don't recall how it came undone, just the silence after. When it was done, there was dirt in my nails and a shaking chest, and a voice in my head saying leave the rest. But the creek went still like it watched me lie, and it hasn't flowed since that night went by. And the wind died out like it couldn't stay, like it feared what I'd done that day. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Hear it call me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop. Met an old man once by the dried up bend, with a hollow look like he'd reached the end. He said, I've been here since the water died, since the truth went under and refused to rise. I said, why don't you leave this place? He just smiled with a broken face, said, you don't walk off what you tie yourself to. Then he turned and his eyes looked through, and I felt that pull in my chest again, like the creek was crawling beneath my skin. Every breath I took felt thick with blame, like the silence itself spoke my name. I went back there late in the dead of night, with a shovel shaking in pale moonlight. Thought I'd dig it up, let the truth be known, but the ground was hard like it turned to stone. Then a crack ran deep through the dried creek bed, and a whisper rose from the buried dead. You don't dig up what you've become. Now I see reflections where there's no rain, in the empty bed of that lifeless vein. Faces flicker in the broken ground, every one of them makes no sound. And I feel my feet sink slow each day, like the earth itself won't
where the past won't leave. The creek don't run, but it pulls me in through the cracks of time and the weight of sin. Every step I take just feeds that land like it's carving truth I can't withstand. Hear it whisper low, you're already mine, through the hollow echo of wasted time. I don't fight, I don't stop, I just wait for the final drop. The creek don't run, it just holds the truth of the man I was and the things I do. Every lie I told still breathes down there in the heavy dark of that empty stare. If there's peace, it dried away, left me here where the dead things stay. I don't live, I don't mourn, I just fade where the creek was born. So if you find that bed of cracked up stone where the water's gone and the past has grown, don't step down, don't linger long, 'cause the silence there ain't ever wrong. And it won't scream loud, it won't make a sound, it just pulls you slow into the ground where the creek don't run, but it drags you down. Como tá grande demais. There's a creek out back where the water went dry, just a bed of bones and a cracked up sky. Used to run clear when I was a kid, before that night before what I did. Now the stones sit still like they're holding breath, and the mud's turned black with a taste of death. You can hear it hum if you stand real still, like it's waiting